Hello, dear students. Welcome to our online English school. Today, we will talk about part-time jobs. Have you ever had a part-time job? Today, you will practice listening and reading skills, and you will do different exercises. Are you ready? Let's start our lesson. Listen to the instructions, please.
Listen and match the comments to the speakers.
First, let's look at the pictures of the speakers. Now, let's listen to the speakers and match them with the pictures.
I'm really pleased I got a part-time job at the local hairdressers. That's where I want to work when I've done a training course at college.
What kind of part-time job does this girl have? Yes, she works at the hairdressers. Next person.
It's fun delivering pizza at the weekends, but I'm not so keen on the uniform. Red really isn't my colour. I do hope my friends from sixth form don't put a photo of me on the internet in my uniform. I want to look cool when I start uni in September.
So, what does this boy do? He delivers pizza. Next person.
I used to stack shelves at the local supermarket, which was very boring. But now I've got a part-time job as a cashier at the checkout, which I prefer as I'm quite sociable. I'm so busy, the time goes very quickly, and all my salary goes towards saving up to have a good time at uni.
So this girl works as a cashier. Good. Next person.
I've just got a job as a part-time waiter at the restaurant down in town. I'm nearly 18, so I can work up to 25 hours a week. It means I can save up to take a gap year. My parents say that I should save money up to help pay towards my uni fees, but I think volunteering in my gap year will be a fantastic experience for the future, and I can always get a student loan for my studies.
So, what does this young man do? Yes, he has a part-time job as a waiter. Next person.
I've started delivering local newspapers before school. It's my first job. It's okay, but I'm not so keen on getting up so early in the morning. As I'm only 14, I can only do an hour before school. I'm saving up for a new camera.
So this boy delivers morning newspapers. And last person.
Look at this. It's the best ice cream. Unfortunately, I am bored with ice cream as I spend hours a week selling it. Luckily, the law says I can only work 5 hours on Saturday, and on Sundays, I can only do 2. I can't wait till I go to uni at the end of the summer.
So what does this girl do? She works 5 hours on Saturdays and 2 hours on Sundays, and she sells ice cream. Let's check all the answers. Excellent. Next activity. Listen to the instructions, please.
Read the comments and answer the questions.
Now you have some time to skim the comments and look at the questions. Okay, let's start. We will read the comments together. A. I've just got a job as a part-time waiter at the restaurant down in town. I'm nearly 18, so I can work up to 25 hours a week. It means I can save up to take a gap year. My parents say that I should save money up to help pay towards my uni fees. But I think volunteering in my gap year will be a fantastic experience for the future, and I can always get a student loan for my studies. B. It's fun working at the takeaway at the weekends, but I'm not so keen on the uniform. Red really isn't my color. I do hope my friends from sixth form don't put a photo of me on the internet in my uniform. I want to look cool when I start uni in September. C. I started delivering local newspapers before school. It's my first job. It's okay, but I'm not so keen on getting up so early in the morning. As I'm only 14, I can only do an hour before school. I'm saving up for a new camera. D. Look at this. It's the best ice cream. Unfortunately, I am bored with ice cream as I spend hours a week selling it. Luckily, the law says I can only work 5 hours on Saturdays, and on Sundays I can only do 2. Before answering the questions, let's pay attention to some words in these comments. Look at the first underlined word, save up. To save up means to keep money so that you can buy something with it in the future. So this boy is saving money to pay for his education. Next word, a gap year. Gap year is a year between leaving school and starting university that is usually spent traveling or working. Some students take a gap year after school. Next word, uni fees. Uni means university. Fee is an amount of money charged for a service or for the use of something. And last phrase is student loan. Student loans are sums of money you borrow for your education and you pay back over time. Keen on. Keen is an adjective which means very interested, eager, or wanting to do something very much. Now, as you understand all the words, let's answer the questions. Who will be 18 soon? A, B, C, or D? Right, A. It's written here, I'm nearly 18. It means he will be 18 soon. Next question. Who can work 7 hours at the weekend? Look carefully at the comments. Very good. D. I can only work 5 hours on Saturdays, and on Sundays I can only do 2. Next question. Who works early in the morning? Very good, it is C. But I'm not so keen on getting up so early in the morning. Delivering local newspapers. And last question. Who is going to borrow money to pay for his university course? A, B, C, or D? Yes, it is A. He says, I can always get a student loan for my studies. Now, let's check the answers. Excellent. Listen to the instructions, please.
Read and choose true or false.
We will read the text together. But you have some time to read the statements. After reading the text, you should decide if the statements are true or false. Now you have time to read the statements. Let's read the text. Working for your future education. Nowadays, it's not only working in the classroom that you have to think about if you want to get a good education when you are 18. Further education costs money. Degree courses are becoming more and more expensive. You are very lucky if you have rich relatives who can help you pay for the increasing course fees. Otherwise, you will need to pay for them yourself. That's why so many students get a part-time job. If you have a part-time job, you will be able to earn money towards your future education. Of course, you can use your pay packet to pay for fun things now, but it's far more worthwhile to save it up for your education. Degree courses are expensive, often costing thousands of pounds. So, the sooner you start earning and saving up, the easier it will be to pay for the course fees. Otherwise, you will need to take out a student loan and spend years paying it off after you've left university. If you are looking for a part-time job as a waiter or on the supermarket checkout whilst you are still at school, it is important to know the law, as there are regulations which control the amount of time teenagers can work. First, it's important to know that children aren't allowed to work until they are 13, unless it's helping at home for extra pocket money. Outside the home, you can start working a few hours a week when you are 13, a total of 2 hours a day on school days. However, you are only allowed to work for an hour after 7 a.m. before school. That's perfect timing for a paper round. You could even deliver local papers on the way to school. During term time, 13-14-year-olds can only work 12 hours a week. Otherwise, in the school holidays, they can work up to 25 hours, while 15-16-year-olds can work up to 35 hours. Now, let's decide if these statements are true or false. Further education is free. It is false. You can borrow money to pay for fees, and you don't have to pay back these loans whilst you are at university. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. You can pay back these loans while working. There are no rules about how long children can work. It is false. There are regulations on how long children can work. Teenagers can work as many hours as they like. It is false. Due to these regulations, they cannot work as many hours as they want. Children are not legally allowed to work outside the home until they are 13. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. On a school day, 13-year-olds can only work for up to 2 hours a day. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Children can only work before 7 a.m. and after 7 p.m. Is it true or false? Yes, it is false. 13-14-year-olds can work 12 hours a week when they are at school. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. During school holidays, 13-14-year-olds can work as much as 25 hours a week. Yes, it is true. And last statement. 35 hours is the maximum amount 15-16-year-olds can work during the school holidays. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Let's check the answers. Excellent! So today you learned about part-time jobs and you also practiced listening and reading skills. See you next time. Goodbye.